There are a lot of you out there who want to apply to schools in Canada, but you don't know how to go about it. This video is for you. Hi guys, my name is Marvin. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to talk about 7 points to consider when looking for a school to apply to in Canada. So I know a lot of people want to come to Canada for studies, but beginning the whole process feels like a daunting task and they don't know where to start from. So today I'm going to share with you 7 points which I believe will lighten the weight and help you start applying for schools in Canada. The first point I would say is to list all the schools, the universities and colleges in Canada. So you can just go to Google and type all universities and colleges in Canada. And it will give you a long list because there are a lot of universities and colleges in Canada. And I believe this is a good place to start from because I am sure many of the schools, we don't know of them. We've never heard of them. We don't even know they even existed. So once you have all the schools listed, at least it refreshes your mind and informs you of what kind of schools or what kind of universities are available to you to choose from. Once you have all the schools and colleges listed, the second point to note is universities and schools or universities and colleges that are DLIs. So what is a DLI? A DLI is a designated learning institution. It means the institution has been approved by the provincial government and the federal government to admit international students. Once you're admitted into a DLI and you have plans of staying in Canada right after your studies, you can easily apply for your postgraduate work permit. So now that you know which schools are DLIs and which schools are not DLIs, the third point to note is to look for the acceptance rates of all these DLIs. So every DLI here in Canada has acceptance rates. So acceptance rates are the rates at which they admit international students. Some have as low as 20%, some have as high as 75%, and some are around the middle, like 40 to 50%. So here we are looking at getting into schools in Canada. So we are supposed to apply to schools that have very high acceptance rates. You wouldn't want to apply to a school with an acceptance rate of 20% because there your chances of getting admission is very low. And you wouldn't want to waste your money to apply to schools with very low acceptance rates because your chances of getting in are very low and slim. So the fourth point on my list is programs offered. Now that you know the acceptance rates or you've chosen schools with very good acceptance rates, you can proceed and go into their websites and look at the programs they offer to international students. I believe before you start applying for schools here in Canada, you should know the area of study you'd want to take. And even if you're having a problem choosing a program, the schools normally provide a program info in the website, which spells out what exactly the program entails and the kind of career path the program will provide. So now once you have your program of choice, the fifth point to consider is admission requirements. So under admission requirements, each school states what it takes to qualify to be considered for admission into that program. Normally, the basic requirements that run through these schools are they want to know your educational background. So you provide your degree certificate if you already have a degree, you provide your transcript, and they want to know the kind of experience, the work experience you've had. So you provide your CV and it tells them where you've worked, how many years of experience you've already had, depending on the particular course you are applying to. They want to know the kind of certifications you've done, maybe professional certificates. And normally they also ask for recommendations from referees. So it could be from educational institutions or from professional institutions. So depending on the kind of school, each school has its own requirements and it varies from school to school. So now once you know the admission requirements and what it will take for you to be offered admission into that program, the next point we would look at is tuition fees. Knowing the amount of fees you are supposed to pay for the program you've selected is very important because it helps you weigh your financial strength and helps you know if you'll be able to afford that particular program in that particular school. Some schools even go further and give a detailed breakdown of how the school fees is to be paid. So in every semester in the year, you know the amount of money you are supposed to pay for your tuition, and as an individual, it helps you plan properly for it. So the last point to consider is the province and its cost of living. Canada has 10 provinces and 3 territories. Some provinces are very expensive to live in, whilst others are not as expensive. So based on your pocket, you'll be able to judge which one best suits you and will be convenient for you during your stay here in Canada as an international student. So these are the 7 points that I believe will help you make a better choice in applying for a school here in Canada. Now I have a bonus point. So the bonus point is, normally when you're applying for schools here in Canada, I would advise you apply for multiple schools, at least 3 schools, just to increase your chances of getting at least one. I hope this video serves as the best guide in helping you to apply for a school in Canada. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thanks for watching.